was talking about status over money for women. And, you know, a lot of dudes be like, oh man, you gotta have money, you gotta have money, you gotta have money. A lot of women, they not gonna admit this status. You know, I remember Trick Daddy, if I can find it, I'll clip it in this video. He was talking about how women be sitting here charging, you know, some dudes 40, 50, hundreds of dollars to be with them and have sex with them or whatever. And then they be messing with the real dudes who got bread, or the wealthy dudes, entertainers, and they be hitting them off for free. You know what I'm saying? They be you know dealing with them for free. And it's about the status. And once you start looking at the status, and the women not gonna really say this, really. Even the women that speak on men's behalf, and like a large amount of them be panderers, just trying to pander to get cash. But it's about the status, and this is why, you know, they be like, I don't want no 9 to 5 man. I did a video talking about guys in the gray area, and you know, it's about status. You know, that's why you see, you know, I know you used to hang with some dudes that were club promoters or party promoters and stuff of that nature, and they would have buku women and they'd be broke. But the women, it's the status. Women love status. Even when you get around your friends group, and if you're the leader of the friends group, that reassures her you're that guy, you know. And if you're not the leader, you're not the point, you know what I'm saying, of the friends group, then to her, you know, she really turned on by the guy that's really the leader, you know. And it's unfortunate that it worked that way, that it's a hierarchy or somewhat of a ladder of status. That's why you see women sit here and they remember when the baby, old girl came at the baby after the concert and say, well, I'll suck you off. I don't care. Come here, I just want to suck you off. She wasn't like, oh, excuse me. She wasn't like, well, I need $20, $30, $40. You know what I'm saying? Or give me $3,000 or something like that. No, she was willing to do it for free. Women love guys that got status. They fall in love with the status. And unfortunately, when a lot of women fall in love with the status, guess what? It's somebody with more status. It's another rapper this year that's hotter than Lil Baby was 2 or 3 years ago. It's another rapper that when the baby was hot as fish grease, that's hotter then. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times women get driven by the status. You know, sometimes, you know, obviously the attraction, they're constant eyes. Women that probably like, oh, I be with him, and they don't find him attractive. He a nerd, but he has the status. He has the status. You know, it's women that'll take you know, Moneybag Yo over Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos got, you know, more money than every NFL owner combined. Combine every NFL owner money, Jeff Bezos got more bread than them. But it's a woman right now that'll take Moneybag Yo over Jeff Bezos because of the status that Moneybag has. It ain't about the money. And that's why you see a lot of guys like Jeff Bezos, even when they divorce their wife and they move on with somebody else, it's not the baddest bitch. That's why women don't never see that amongst, you know, even with wealthy men, all the way when you start climbing that ladder, or climbing down that ladder to regular dudes and women that be in healthy and great marriages and long-term marriages and all that, they never really understand the fact that those women, for real, those women, you know, no, they were just they went for stability. You know, they went for stability. But yeah, man, yeah, it's about that status. So they gonna go with the guy who got status. That's why a lot of y'all be thinking they be dealing with the drug dealers and they got money. Drug dealers don't be breaking the women off no money, for real. Because if they did, they still wouldn't be in the hood. You buying them fake Gucci purses and fake Ferragamo belts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's the status. Women like this. They like excitement, and you know, like I said, that's one of the reasons, and I might do a part 2 about guys in the gray area. We're very routine. You know, in gray area don't mean, oh, you're 9 to 5, you make 50,000 or 40,000 or a year, and you know what I'm saying? No, there's guys that make north of 100,000, guys that make $2 million, you know, millions of dollars, and they're considered boring. They're routine. They're in a routine. A lot of women don't like routine. They like spontaneous. They have to pick up and travel, pick up and do. They always want to do these type of things, and most routine guys are staying to they, most 9 to 5 guys staying to themselves, and just, guess what? Most women just sleep with those type of guys. They get bored with those type of guys. They'll sleep with them. They'll kick it with them, and then they get bored, and then they, another guy that they like give them attention, they go to them, and they don't understand. All they doing is hoeing themselves out. They looking for this light. They just like the thrill. They like the thrill. They like the thrill. There it is. They looking for the thrill. That's it. They like the thrill. They like to be the beginning stages of a relationship. It's the thrill. And they think, but actually when they talk about marriage, it's boring. Marriage is a lot of work and it's boring. But it's rewarding when you look back at 20 years. You're like, damn, you look at all your friends, you look at other women that's miserable. They ain't got nothing. They look old, beat up, doped out, drinked out, partied out, fried out, stressed out, broke. And you and your partner didn't build the legacy. Y'all didn't build the family. Y'all didn't put multiple trips, healthy trips together. Y'all kids that went on and done great things, honor rolls, spelling bee championships. You done went up through the ups and downs, watched them, come up and now they giving y'all grandkids. Y'all done build wealth together. Y'all done build stability together. That don't happen overnight. That's, 5, 10, 15, 20, But it end up, it's a beautiful chaos. The work is tough work. It's dirty, it's grimy, it's work, it's finessing, it's boring. But when you look at it, it wasn't as boring. It's like when you have, you think back on some stuff and you had, a memorable moment. And in a moment, it didn't feel like a classic. It didn't feel like a peak moment in your life. When you look back at it, like, damn, those were some really, really good times. That was a peak moment in my life. That was a classic night. Now, you do have some times where it's an instant classic. But other times you have not, times you think about, like, damn, we did have a good night. That was the best night. You don't know it in the moment until you look back at it. So, yeah, sometimes you don't know you in the moment, but women don't want instant gratification right now. It will come with status. It comes with fighting other chicks off. It comes with fighting for attention. You know what I'm saying? It comes with thrills. It comes with makeup to breakup gifts. It comes with, these spontaneous trips that they like. And I think most women just need to be honest and just say, you know what? I'm a status girl. I'm not dating or married. I think they need to be honest. Like, I'm not dating or married. I just want thrills. I just want to, have, situationships and have, short-term, thrills with people, and that's it. That's what I'm looking for. Make niggas cover their dicks up with condoms, or get your tubes tied. You're not fit to be a mother if that's what you want. And the same thing with guys. And I think guys do a great job of that. A lot of men have checked out from having children. They like, I'm good. It's a crazy number, like 65% of black men don't have children. They just like, and that's an indictment, and that's just another video in itself. That's an indictment on the women in modern society. That's not just an indictment on black women. That's an indictment on women in a society and old traditional society, laws like marriage that haven't changed. And men like, you know what? I watched my father lose. I watched my uncle lose. I watched my brother lose. Like, what's going to make it different for me? And that's one of the reasons I didn't get into drugs. I never sold drugs. I had opportunities to sell drugs. And, my whole approach was, how was I going to be different than my counterparts who got caught? Like, what was I going to... It was, in my opinion, and maybe I speak on this in the Patreon a little bit deeper, I think about things. Like, before I make a decision, I like to think about it. And my thing was like, how was I going to defeat the odds? You know what I'm saying? How was I going to defeat the odds? And be different from the people that failed at this before me. Like, what was going to be different? What was going to be different? What was going to be different with me? Because it was too many variables that I could not control. I could not control people snitching. I cannot control trusting people and people being loyal in the street, it just, to me, it didn't make it didn't make any sense. It was just that the success rate to failure rate was just, the ratio was just too lopsided. And I'm like, no, I'm good. It wasn't all morality. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't all morality. Some morality was in there, but my major, tipping point from, entering crime was like, I can't trust nobody in a normal society. I can't trust nobody at school. I can't trust nobody to bring my change back from the store. So I'm going to trust people that I do business in the street with to be honest, to come back with my money. I would have to kill everybody. Hate to say it. I would just have to be one of those guys like Marlo Stanfield on The Wire. I would just clap everybody. I didn't want to be that person. That's where the morality really kicked in. I didn't want to be that person. So, yes, status, trumps money. You don't see women throwing themselves at Jeff Bezos. Even if you say, well, women are not aware, they're not throwing themselves at all these guys with money. Because, and I understand, like, a lot of modern women and black women in our society, they don't know a lot. They know baddies. They know nigga shit. They don't know the broad spectrum of finances and how to really spot wealthy guys. And it was a video of the guy who's the CEO of, is it Microsoft and Apple right now? He walked into a restaurant in Louisiana for the Super Bowl with Odell Beckham. Everybody shaking Odell Beckham hand. He worth billions and billions of dollars and people don't know who he was. So, that plays a part in it, but it's the status. Those guys, they don't come with a lot of thrills. So the women who actually know that they want a family life and they want to, put the ugly, beautiful work in to being dating and married, that's fine. But don't lie about you dating and married. You're not. A lot of women date to marry to get took care of. They don't want to put no work in. I married. I stopped working on myself. All the responsibility fall on me, on him. If I want to leave, it's still on him. If he want to leave, it's still on him. It's still on him. It's not a partnership. Most women don't think of it that way. They don't think of it as, no matter what's happened, we gonna make this work. They draw the line. If you cheat, I'm done. But then again, a lot of women are in the street with these guys, these dope dealers, who getting sucked up by crackheads, and they stay faithful for them. Guys in prison who cheating with other niggas and other prison guards and get out and don't show them no love. Go be with everybody but them. They show loyalty to them and they cheat on them and they fuck around on them. And they show loyalty to them. But when it comes to the regular man, there's no loyalty. Oh, you cheat, I'm done. That's because, guess what? You was just a paperweight. You was just holding the paper on the desk till I moved the paper where I really wanted to move the paper to. Strictly that. That's why you have no room for error. A guy with status, he got all the room for error because that's who they really want. A prison dude who got that edgy status, and they don't even mean like he a killer or a drug dealer. Sometimes these motherfuckers be pedos. Look at Nicki Minaj. They like the drama that come with the status. They like the spontaneousness that come with the status. Most 9-to-5 men is just routine. I'm routine. I do this, do that. There's no thrills. There's no shakes. Even when we got free time, either we resting or we working on building a business or we working on other business ideas or we fixing things around the house or we might just want to chill and play the game or we might just go to the movies and be part of a bowling team. We might be in the hoop league. That's our norm. And that's too normal and boring. And even the same thing with, like I said, the Jeff Bezos and I forgot the guy from Apple and guys like that. They're routine guys. They're routine guys. They're routine guys, man. So when you talking about the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the jailbirds, the dope dealers, the rappers, the entertainers, stuff of that nature, you start talking about them, women love status. You know how they talking about, I love a tall guy to look up to him? Same thing with status. They love a guy that got a lot of status so they can look up to him. So they can, and they'll fight for that guy. They ain't gonna admit to it. They'll fight with 3 or 4 other women to get a piece of that guy. But regular dudes that women don't really want, and I wish women just would be honest about it. And a lot of women are being honest. When you meet them, I'm not looking for nothing serious. I'm just looking for friends. Nothing serious. You already know what that is. Or you dealing with her, and if you follow the Patreon links in the description, if she never asks you for a commitment, you know what it is. Either A, You know, she a baby mama and she already knows she ain't shit. B, she got a nigga on the side. Or C, you not the one she really want to be with. You good enough for right now. And after a while, when she out there still looking for good enough, and then she want to come back and settle with you, it's no way, Jose. No way. No way, Keisha. No way, Becky. But like I say, they always want to look up at you. Physically, status-wise, financially. That's just what it is. And women need to be honest. I swear. And a lot of women are honest. They're not going to come out and spit it out. But if you read between the lines, that's what it means. Now, are there some exceptions to the rule? Yes, if you're very attractive to them and you're that type, and that don't mean you're attractive like I'm a 10. I don't know how they grade niggas. Or you're a bad motherfucker to her. No, that's subjective to every woman. You know what I'm saying? Just like a bad bitch is subjective to every dude. So yeah, like that's what I be telling you. Like the women that really want to be married, unfortunately, that really want that. A lot of times it boils down to how they was raised, and then on the other end of the spectrum, it's women that's older, that now they want to settle for a family. That's it. Either you was raised and that's what you really want, and a lot of times them be the daddy girls, they be the 2-parent household girls, women, or they be women that chose their career, that chose to have their fun, and now they ready to settle down, and niggas like, no, thank you. Only the YNs is running through you. You know, so really, that's really the broad spectrum of it right then and there. Now, this may be one of the exceptions and something I may talk about on the Patreon or here. You know, it's different how you look at a woman that's divorced. Let's say she got married at 25 and she's 35 and she's divorced, or she's 30 and divorced and something happened. And you be like, okay, she got two. Let's say she got a kid and she got divorced and me and my husband was together, and let's just say hypothetically, you know, he passed. You're going to look at her a lot different than you look at a single mother and he never gave a commitment. So now you're willing to hear her out. So then you have those women in the pool that was married and it didn't work out. Why didn't it work out? It ain't going to take you long to figure out it was her, it was him, whatever it may be. So you have that part of it too. But hey, a lengthy video that wasn't supposed to be so lengthy. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget the main channel, the real channel is in the Patreon. That link's in the description. Only link there. Peace.